What's pop locking, y'all? Dropping another little quick video. This is not gonna be a long one. This wasn't a live stream because I want y'all to sit back and really focus in on this video. This is Vibranium Instructions Lesson number 1. So you guys have been hearing me promoting the Vibranium or the Melanin research book and telling you how much stuff that they found what your melanin can do, like physically amazing things, like, superconductivity and converting light to sound and sound to heat, and you're literally your black lightning or Black Panther. That's literally what your melanin is. And so all the things that your melanin can do is just so crazy. So I've gone over that in a lot of the classes, in the guide classes. I put some of the clips out there on the channel. So if you haven't seen any of those, check on those. I also did an actual whole class, because class number 4, we went over that in depth about what your vibranium or what your melanin can do. And I've only put out part 1. I put out part 2 yesterday. Nobody clicked, nobody watched it, so I pulled it off. But I guess I'll put it up again after I do this video, since you guys know this is real. But this is Vibranium instructions. And so just to show you guys and teach you guys how to connect with your melanin. Also, really just your electromagnetic field. Your melanin is just an amplifier for that. Everyone has an electromagnetic field, so everyone can do this. So whoever's watching this video, you don't need to be darkly melanated on the outside to be able to do this. You just need to understand meditation and breathing. So how you do this first, you got to get into, like I said, meditation. And all that's going to do is help you with an awareness of your body. Okay, when you want to start meditating, breathing, and when you meditate, you want to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, that's called the circuit. Okay, when you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. There's many different ways to breathe, to actually do certain things, to empower your body in different ways. But this is the universal way to breathe, to empower the body, to charge the body. So that's in through the nose, out through the mouth. That's called the circuit. Okay. Very deep. You want to hold it for a second too. Most of us don't know how to breathe. That's a major thing. Like, actually about 90% of the people on the planet don't know how to breathe. You actually breathe in through your mouth and out through mouth. You don't use the nose most of the time, or when you do use your nose, it's just automatic. It's subliminal. You don't really understand that you're doing it. So, but you want to breathe in through your nose most of the time. Why? Because when you breathe in through the nose, also you get more energy, you get more air, what they call prana, energy through the nose, but also it cleanses the air. That's why you have those little hairs in your nose. It cleanses the air before all that air goes into your lungs. It's just a filter. So when you breathe in through your mouth, no filter, just go straight down there. That's why most of you get so sick, because you don't breathe correctly. Also, when you breathe through your nose, you're getting more oxygen into the lungs, which helps oxygenate the body, which makes the body more alkaline. Okay, these things help to power your body more. Okay, alkaline, just like a battery. Okay, when you go to the store, you buy alkaline batteries, right? That's because alkaline means power. Okay, it means conductivity. So breathing deeply or learning how to breathe deeply will help with your conductivity. It increases your conductivity. So all of us have an electromagnetic field around our body. Okay, there's something called the Kirlian photography, that a camera that this guy created back in the 50s, I think. And when you take a picture around the person's body, you can see the energy field around them. And that's actually around anything. Everything has an electromagnetic field around it, no matter what it is. So on a subconscious level, you're interacting with everything around you and all the energy fields. Your energy field, depending on how powerful you are, goes out from 3 to about 6 feet. And some people's go out even farther than that. So, it's up to you on how much, you increase that energy around your body. Okay. And that's why you say some people are so very magnetic. That person just has that person's a star. They got a lot of light and power. That's their energy. They're bright. Their energy field is shining bright, but you can control that. Okay, it's just like you know, they control electromagnetic waves for your cell phone. You can control the electromagnetic field around your body in order to do what you need to do, because that's connected to the universal electromagnetic field. That's how you're able to command the universe. Because when you're literally right there, you're plugged in at all times. You just don't know it, and you don't know how to use it. So how do you do that? Starts with practice. Practice, 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 practice. You're gonna have to sit and start meditating, breathing, and start to try to feel it's a very faint pulse around your body. Okay, it's not like your heartbeat, because when you will calm yourself down and you'll close your eyes and you'll start to breathe, you're gonna feel you're gonna sense your heartbeat. That's not it. Try to sense a little bit outside of the body and just try to feel like some type of field around your body. And it's a very light pulse. And it almost feels like when you felt the magnet before, just that little light force. Start to look for that field around your body. You can even hold your hands together, because those two magnetic fields, both of them are coming together, and they're creating a magnetic field in between them. Try to feel that energy in between your body. The more and more you do that, the more and more you're going to be able to control it. Then you can move up your scale, and then you can do things like control pendulums and balloons. So that was one of the ways I used to study. I used to blow up balloons. Balloons have an electromagnetic field around them. And so that interacts with your electromagnetic field as well. That's what they call static, we call static clean or static energy. Also, when you take clothes out of a dryer, same thing, static electricity. All right, that's just both electromagnetic fields interacting with each other, attracted to each other. All right, so you can control that. So you can take balloons, blow them up, kind of rub them against your body or whatever, and then try to let them roll down your leg. Put your hand around the balloon, because it's going to stick to your leg, and then just try to call it up with your mind. See, what we don't understand, most of us don't understand, is, and this is the very first rule of the Kabbalion, is that the universe is mind. Everything that you have in your reality is what you create in your mind. Okay, all of your thought, everything that you think of, all of your reality is created within the mind. So when all you have to do is visualize what you want, and the universe starts to make it happen for you. So if I want to move something, so say if I want to move, and this is just far out of it, along down the line, you know, what they call telepathy. Telepathy is just understanding the connection between the two things that want to move and finding the resonant frequency between the two. Then the conductivity is happening, and then there's their interaction. But you can't do that unless you understand subtle energy. Okay, we're constantly moving around, and we're doing everything. We know energy powers us, but we don't understand how to feel that energy. We feel energy when we're angry. We feel energy when we're happy. We know we get a burst. When we're excited, when we watch a sporting event. We know what energy makes us do. We know what it feels like on the inside, but we don't understand how to separate ourselves from it and learn how to identify, oh, that's energy. That's life's energy right there. I can tap into that. That's constantly here with me. So how do you do that? Again, starting with balloons. So you take the balloon and you imagine the balloon coming up your leg. Okay, you want to call it up your leg. You want to consciously think, up, draw it up your leg. Or it doesn't just necessarily have to come up your leg either. You can take a balloon and just see if you can move it around without touching it. Now, don't, excuse me, don't use the static electricity around your body. Don't get too close to the balloon, because it'll attract itself just from the static electricity. That's not what you want to do. You want to hold your body. You want to hold your hands far enough away from the balloon to where it's not being drawn, but it's still within the field. And then you can think in your mind which hand to call it to. Come to my left hand, left hand, left hand, left hand, and watch the balloon go to your left hand. And then reset it. Watch it, right hand, right hand, right hand. Watch the balloon go to your right hand. Constantly do this. You'll start to feel that energy, because you can feel a static electricity around. Then what you guys want to do is get yourself something called a pendulum. Okay, this is a pendulum. And this is what you saw in the thumbnail. Now, this pendulum, this is one of my this is one of the cheaper pendulums I had because somebody got me for one of my good ones. But this is made of crystal quartz. Crystal quartz is highly conductive, just like diamond. It's any type of crystal. It's a mineral, highly conductive, right? So quartz is actually one of the most conductive substances on the planet. This is why when you go hiking in mountains, you know, mountains are so they're so powerful. They draw in so much energy because there's a lot of crystal quartz within the rock. So your electromagnetic field reacts to crystal quartz very, very easily. This is why they tell you to hold crystals, and and they can empower whatever you want. Think what you want by holding a crystal, because it's literally like a power plant, like an amplifier, tuning it up, right? So also, this is made of metal. Now, it doesn't have to be made of metal. You can do this with any type of thing. This just happens to be connected to metal, but metal is also highly conductive. So what I'm about to show you is how to move a pendulum with just your mind. Now, you may think I'm going to be swinging this around, but there's going to be a difference. I'm going to show you the difference in me swinging this with my hand or me just moving it around with my mind. So just to show you really quickly how it looks with me swinging it. So this is stopped, all right? It's just right in the middle. Now, if I wanted to start this, swing this, see, it's slowing down, it's just moving just a little bit. If I wanted to start to swing this in a counterclockwise, now I'm doing this with my hand. I'm trying to get it to go counterclockwise. There, now I have the swing. So this is all with my hand. Now I have it swinging. Now if I wanted to stop it, I stop it just by taking away the momentum. Then if I wanted to move it around the other way, you see my hand swing it around the other way, right? Or if I wanted to stop it, see how quickly I stop? And then if I wanted to swing it back and forth, you can see my hand moving back and forth to swing it back and forth, or forward and back. All right, so you see me do that with my hand. Now that takes a lot of muscle force, right? My muscle is moving. My muscles are tense. They're tight. Now, in order for you to control your magnetic field, you're going to have to be completely relaxed, in a relaxed state, okay? Because even this is the same thing with fighting and boxing. The most relaxed boxer is the better boxer, is the best boxer. That's because energy is able to flow better through your body when it's relaxed. When you're tensed up like this, your muscle it's like it's stopping the energy flow. Come on, nigga, let's go. Or when you're very tensed up, your energy doesn't flow. It doesn't move well. Even you can feel it. You don't breathe well when you're tense. So when you're working, when you want to do this, you want to be very relaxed, okay? And then you're going to think about the pendulum moving around which way you want in your mind. Now, this is just going to be with my mind, and what it may seem like my hand may be moving, but if it seems like it's moving, it's only because the swing of the pendulum is making my hand move. My hand is very relaxed, so any momentum and movement within my hand can make it move. But it's going to be just me moving this with my mind. Excuse me. I'm going to stop it, then swing it around the other way. I'm going to stop it, then swing it back and forth, and then make it go still. All right, so I'm going to start by moving this clockwise. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, all you have to do is just picture it going in a circle. And you're not forcing it. You're letting it You're helping it. It wants to move. It wants to interact with you. Just let it. Around, and I can make it bigger. Swing the full distance of my hand. All right, stopping it. Now I'm making it go around in the other direction. Hold on, my arm is getting tired. So I'm about to rest my arm on my leg so you guys can see I'm not moving my hand. And again, it wants to flow. It's moving counterclockwise. I'm gonna stop it. And make it go the other way. You want to breathe very deeply. Don't hold your breath. Let the energy flow. The more you breathe, the looser the body gets. And then you can swing it. Almost fell out of my hand. I'm holding this very lightly. I don't want any muscle tension in my body at all. So some of the times this thing swings so much it'll just fall out of my hand. That's kind of when you know you're really working it. Now I'm just going to swing it back and forth, straight up and down. Now side to side. And stop. It wants to keep going. I'm gonna get swing some more. He doesn't want to stop. Look at that. The energy flows. It wants to flow. It wants to flow. Now it's showing off for you. Now it's showing off. All the way around. All of you can do this. Grab a pendulum, hold it, Make sure your body's completely relaxed. And picture the pendulum going in a circle around your body. Feel the energy field around your body moving in that direction. And the pendulum will follow. And that, back and forth, up and down, side to side. This is how you work. Son of a bitch.